clear on that part? Do you have any questions related to that? S object data type. It can be a standard object or it can be a custom object. Every S object itself acts as a data type. Anyone have any questions on that? Did you practice it at your home? Are you able to hear me? Am I audible? Are you able to hear my voice? Okay. Please respond, guys. Please respond. Is that concept clear? Okay. Now I'm getting answer. Why is not clear? Is it better now? Is it better now? So there is one more type of that, one more data type left that we will cover. So now we understood that every S object is a data type. It means account, lead, contact, opportunity. Okay. This parent object, this child object. Okay. Contract object, order object, case object, whatever object you have, every object is considered as one data type, right? So here, position, parent, child, student, course, master, details, master, all these things. Every S object acts as a data type. That we understood and it is clear for all of you. So now one more thing that we need to understand is not only S object, even Apex classes also act as a data type. So now this area of circle, this is a class that I have written, right? So this entire Apex class, this area of circle, this also can be considered as a data type. Okay. Of course, we will discuss examples of this in further sessions, but what are the different things that can be considered as a data types? Individual primitive data types, obviously, you know. Apart from them, every S object itself can be considered as a data type. Along with that, Apex class can also be considered as a data type. So whenever you are creating a new Apex class, it means you are also creating a data type. Means that can be referred somewhere and some other place. Okay. So now in from our previous class, what we need to continue is we started with the for loops, right? So in the for loop, what we have written for loop, while loop, do while loop, these are the things we discussed, right? I think I am audible for everyone else. Only some people are facing issue. One second. Why some are able to hear, some are not able to hear? Now, is it clear for everyone now? Am I audible? Am I audible now? Okay. So for everyone, no issues, right? Is the audio quality improved? Is it more clear now? Not clear. Okay. Is it fine now? Remove the mic. Is it clear now? Now also it's not clear. I think now it should be clear. It should be clear, right? Now clear. Okay, fine. Let's continue. So we have seen only one type of for loop, right? There are other types of for loops, I think, right? Let's go to the developer guide. Okay. So first one, traditional for loop. Okay, that we covered already. The next one is list or set iteration for loop. Okay, we will discuss in detail about this one. Okay, but to understand this in detail, first we need to understand the collections concept. Okay, so first we will cover the collections concept and then we will come back here and we will discuss the other three types of for loops. Okay, fine. Okay, so now let's go back to the collections concept. Okay, here, fine. Basically, till now what we have done, till now, we created a variable which can hold only one value at a time. Till now, I created a variable integer a equal to 5. It can hold only one value. String name equal to Raj. Okay. got logged out. I need to log in again. Just a second. Okay. Okay. Fine. So till now, what we know is that a equal to 5. After that, if I give a equal to 6, then this a can hold only one value. So it is holding 5 initially. Later, when I change it to 6, I lost the initial value and I am only able to store the 6. But now my requirement is to store the values of the months. For example, I want to store all the values of the months like 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, 6, 10, comma 11, comma 12. So I want to store all these numbers in a single variable. Okay. Is it possible? Is it possible to store all these things in a single variable? Normal variables will not support this kind of data. Whereas there are some collections of variables that concept is known as collections. So if you use that concept, it will support. Either okay. Previously I have given A equal to 5, B equal to 5 like that. Now I want to give a variable which can hold all the months. Okay. Okay. Now it's visible clearly, right? So I have just given in the form of months. Now, okay, if I execute this, what will happen? Let's see. Line number three, line number three, line. So actually, we follow list set map. Okay. We don't follow this array, but just for you, for explaining you, I'm just giving this. Okay. So here we need to give integer. Okay. Which should come here. This is array type. Okay. We follow this kind of approach. List. This is what we follow usually. But this is what which is similar to that which you have used in our you know, C, C++, those kind of things. So that's why I've given that. Now let's execute. Line number 3, column number 8. Line number 3, column number 8. Let's open. Let's give it in this way. Can give it in the same line also. What is an array? An array is nothing but a variable which can store multiple values of similar data type. Multiple values of similar data type. So now here months is an array which can store months is an array which can store multiple values of the same data type integer. Okay. So array index starts from 0. Okay. Keep this code once. Let's revise it. Previously, I have given integer a equal to 5. It means a can hold only one value called 5. After that, I have given a equal to 6. It means now a is holding only 6. We lost the previous value 5. Now, I want to hold multiple values from 1 to 12 with in the same variable months. So now this one variable should be capable enough to hold multiple values. So that is my intention. Okay. So now see only month is capable of holding all these multiple values. It is capable of holding multiple values. You are getting the point. Only one variable. One variable is capable of holding multiple values. How is this happening? Because I use this brackets. So what is the difference between this one and this one? See, here I am just giving the variable name here, whereas I am giving the variable name, but along with that I am giving this one. This is known as the symbol for array. Okay. So if you give this one, then it can hold, so this variable can hold an array of integers. That is the meaning of it. And now here what I am saying, new integer array, and array size I am mentioning. So how many values I want to store? Want to store 12 values. And the starting index is 0. What is meant by index? Okay. So it will store values in this format, right? See, so initially, if you consider this as a memory space, index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4, index 5, like that, indexes will be there. Whenever you are referring an array, what will happen? It will, it will, occupy 12 continuous memory locations. If you give a equal to 5, that will be stored somewhere in the memory. Later, if you give a equal to 6 or b equal to 7, whatever it may be, it will not store exactly beside that in the memory location. It will be stored somewhere else wherever the space is available. But whereas whenever you create an array, it will store in the continuous memory locations. So to remember what it will do, it will make that index. The starting point is 0. So from 0 onwards, it is considering as the first memory location, 0th position. In that 0th position, it stored 1. In the first position, it stored 2. In the second position, it stored 3. In the third position, it stored 4. Like that, in the 11th position, it stored 5. See here in this example, they are using string. We are using number. In both the cases, in this index, what value you are storing. In this index, what value you are storing. Here the point to understand and remember is here continuous index location. So if you are creating an array, what will happen? All those values will be stored side by side in the continuous memory location in the system. Okay. So in this way, we can store different values of same data type, different values of same data type. So if someone asks you what is an array, what you should say, using array, I can store different values or multiple values of same data type. But I cannot create an array which can store one integer, one string, one integer, one string. No, that is not possible. Either you can store all the strings, either you can store all the integers. Is it clear? Anyone have any doubts till this point? Anyone have any doubts? Okay. See, dragon tail. One second. I'll draw in paint and I will see. Okay. Initially, we have a equal to 5. You have given. Now, what is happening? You have given here a equal to 5. Then what is happening behind the scenes inside the memory? For example, this is your entire memory, for example. Okay, in that somewhere some space will be allocated for this variable a. Okay, this is the variable a and this is the space allocated for it. And inside that you have given a equal to 5, so 5 is stored inside that. Okay, later you have changed the value of a equal to 6. Now what happens, this 5 will be erased and in the same memory location this time 6 will come. Is this clear till this point? Is this clear till this point? Till this point it is clear or not, tell me. Normal variable, what is going to happen behind the scenes, is it clear? I will explain array, list, everything I will explain later. First confirm this. Normal variable, when you give 5, what is happening? When you give 6, what is happening? Is it clear? Shashank, you asked me to explain again, right? So is it clear? Tell me, Shashank. Okay, fine. Now, if I give integer array, if I give integer array, okay, here also I can give any variable name. Here, if I, for example, if I give b equal to, okay, if I give in this way, okay, then what is this doing? Then what is this doing? Is you need to understand that here with this bracket, when I specify integer, I am saying that B is not a normal variable. B is a array type of variable which can hold multiple values at a time. How many values? Here I am specifying 10 values. So what will happen in the memory at a time? 10 memory spaces will be reserved. 10 spaces will be reserved, okay, for the variable b. This is known as 0th position. This is first position, second position, third position, like that. Okay, like that it will continue. So now b is a variable of the data type integer array. So which can hold how many values? 10 values. Here we have specified 10 as the size of the array. So based on the size of the array, it can store so many values together, continuous memory location. But if you give integer a equal to 5, okay. If you give another integer I equal to 10, if you give, then what will happen? If you give I equal to 10, then this I will not be coming exactly beside A. That will not happen. It will be somewhere else. We cannot guarantee where it is. Okay. But when you create an array, we guarantee, we can give you guarantee that in that array, all the values will be stored together. So whenever you are creating an array, we can say that we can store multiple values and those multiple values are stored together side by side. And we can quickly identify the values within that array using this index. So if I have 10 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can ask that in the zeroth position, what is the value present? Bring it to me. In the first position, what the value is there? Bring it. Like that, you can give the index and you can get the specific value. The index always starts with zero. Is this clear now, everyone? Array, is this clear? Tell me, confirm me. Array is clear so that I can move to next. Fine then. Basically, in Salesforce, we are not focusing much on arrays, but just to make you understand how an array works, I told you. In Salesforce, the important things are in collections, we have three types of collection. Okay. List is one of the collection, and the second one is set is second type of collection. Third one is the map. Okay, now what we have seen normal array, right? That array is similar to this list, but list is more advantageous when compared to array. So that is why always we prefer to use list of integer. You can give the name A, B, anything you can give. Okay, new list of integer. So this is the syntax we follow, and I want you to remember this syntax because this is the one which we use on our day-to-day basis. Okay, array notation for one-dimensional lists. Okay, so if you observe the differences here, practically do this, then you will get some clarity. Okay, first let me execute and see the output. Okay, so you will get more clarity on this one. So if you want to write an array in this way, we have written, right? So let me copy this. Not bad. Again, let me go back here. Here, for example, I have used here list of here. For example, I want to use A only. So, so now A dot add. I can add elements to this list using this add command. Okay, first I want to add one, for example. Now we got all the three values. So here what is happening? I am creating a variable of list list of integers data type, and I am adding values one by one to it. So even when you create a list, even then the same thing will happen. See, even when you create a list, it will occupy continuous memory locations. Even when you create a list, it will occupy continuous memory location. Like here, the first value I have given 1, second value I have given 2, third value I have given 3. The index starts with 0, index 1, index 2. So if I instead of saying A here, if I give index 1, then what will I get? So in the index 1, what is there? 2. The index 0 will contain 1, index 1 will contain 2, index 2 will contain 3. Okay, I can get the specific index value by giving the index. I can get the specific value. Or if I just give the entire list variable name, I can get all the values. So this is how you create a list. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Any confusion? Okay. Now you make a note, put the heading collections, put the heading collections, and under collections, you write down first one list set map. These are the collections we are interested in, but you can write an example of array also. First, you write down list, sorry, collections heading, under that list set map. Under that, write down we can store we can store multiple values of similar data type in array format as shown below. Take this example. Take this entire thing from the top to bottom. Then we can go to list set. Okay. Done. Completed everyone. Is it fine? Can I move to the next one? Everyone note it down till this point. Completed noting down. Please let me know if you are done with this one. In the chat window, type yes if you have completed noting down this one. There are other things to note down. So first complete this so that done. Okay, fine. So this is about array, but we are not going to use array much. So here we have seen some drawbacks in this array. That is, we need to write in this format, and we need to specify the size. Okay, and also if you want to use array for integer or string, that is fine. But if you want to use the array for s object, you will face so many other difficulties. So when compared to array, we have more advantages in the list. Okay, fine. So now you take this diagram also. This is the index. Okay, this is the index value. This is index. This is the actual value. Okay, write down like this. Actual value. This is index. Take this out. If you are done with this one, then note down this. Done noting down. If you are done noting down, I will give you a time. Please let me know once you are done. Okay. So you are done noting down this one? Okay, fine. So now I will tell you a question. Okay. Listen the question carefully and answer. Okay. Create a variable with the name. The variable name itself, student. Okay. Students. Students is the name of the variable. Okay. Students is the name of the variable which should be capable enough to store the names of the students like Rajesh, Ramesh, Suresh. These three values should be stored in a single variable called students. Then how you will create? You do it and show me the output like how I have shown for integers. I am asking you to do it for strings. Okay, do it right now and tell me whether you are able to get the output. After that, I will write. If students is confusing, just put names. Variable name as names. Here my variable name is A. Here my variable name is A. Now you take the variable name as names. Variable name as names. Variable name as names which can hold multiple names. Okay. Ramesh, Rajesh, Suresh. Okay. three names it can hold. Like that, you create a list and use system.debug and display that list to me.